Hi, my name is Joseph Gonzalez, and I'm here to give you a speech that I titled Procrastination. The reason I titled Procrastination, I'll go into more detail on why it was titled that as I go on with my speech. To begin with, procrastination is nothing to joke around with because they'll come back and bite you back in the behind later on in life, like it did to me. To begin with, I was assigned a final paper. That was to take 2 weeks, nothing less, nothing more. But the problem was that it was May of 2018, which was also my baseball season. In those 2 weeks that paper was assigned, I had a big game coming up, and I basically prioritized my training for that game instead of working on my paper, basically pushing that paper to the side. By brushing that paper to the side, I thought of it as a regular paper, but it wasn't. It was a final, and I let my procrastination again get the better half of me. I never realized how bad my procrastination was until that 2 week paper turned into an overnight rush mess of words that basically caused my grade to drop, and I almost cost my teammates their game over my selfishness. My I'll do it later mentality caused me to lose sleep and again write my paper poorly. I never realized how much of lack of sleep can have on a person until it happened to me and the effects it had on me. The effect it had on me was I basically performed very poorly in the game and I almost injured myself again severely. The next week, I learned that I had almost basically dislocated. It was kind of pushed back my shoulder for overthrowing. And to top it off, I also learned that the paper that I had wrote was very poor. It was horrible, which caused my grade to drop dramatically. In just those 2 weeks, my grade dropped to a very low percentage, and I almost severely injured myself again. This was basically a slap back into reality because I basically encouraged my procrastination in order to train for that game, and it basically caused my grade to drop and I almost severely injured myself again. It was basically a big mistake and I realized I had a problem. So I came to my senses and I changed my laziness. I picked up a more responsible attitude and mentality which had me turn into a more responsible person with more responsible traits. What I want people to get from my speech is to never have that mentality of I'll do it later because when that later does come, it's too late. And in order to properly do a task, you have to do it from the beginning. And with procrastination, it's not going to happen. The reason procrastination doesn't seem too big to many people is that it doesn't have a big effect on a person. But when it does, it's in the long run and it affects them greatly. What I realized the next week after I had got those bad grades and I almost injured myself was that I'm a lazy person, but my intention was to never drop my grade nor hurt myself. But my procrastination once again never let me realize that. I want people to realize on what much of a danger procrastination is before something horrible happens to them like it happened to me. Thank you.